The second question for this episode comes from a nail professional in Texas in the United States who asked me this. My understanding is that some liquid and powder systems are porous, but UV gel is not. And top coats that have a disbursement layer are non-porous, which is why they don't soak off. Is this correct? No, it's not. All nail coatings are porous, just to different degrees. In fact, no type of artificial nail coating is non-porous. For this reason, we should only talk about the porosity of a nail coating when we're comparing it to other nail coatings. For instance, UV gels tend to be less affected by acetone when they're compared to liquid and powder. And both of these are less affected by acetone when compared to fiberglass wraps or nail glues. While nail polish is the most affected by acetone, which makes it the easiest to remove. Now, it's not a coincidence that these are also their same order of porosity to acetone. UV gels are the least porous, and nail polish is the most porous to acetone. The more porous the nail coating is to acetone, the easier it is to remove. Therefore, UV gels are less porous than acetone than liquid and powder, which is less porous than wraps. So you can see how the porosity determines the rate of penetration by acetone. When we say something is porous, it's proper to specify what it is porous with, or in other words, what substance is doing the penetration. The natural nail is many hundreds of times more porous to water than to any nail oil. Artificial nails are porous to many solvents, but we typically think about how porous they are to nail oil or to acetone. All nail coatings are porous to some degree or another. So the general rule of thumb you can use is this, that the more porous a nail coating is to acetone, the more porous it will be to nail oils as well. And of course the reverse is true. So nail oils are more likely to penetrate liquid and powder nail coatings than UV gels, and nail polish is the most likely coating to be penetrated by nail oils. Now, disbursement layer, that's not a correct term to use. Most likely you're talking about the inhibition layer, which is actually caused by oxygen inhibition of the surface cure. I discussed this topic in episode 25, question 2. Oxygen at the surface prevents proper polymerization, and that's what creates these sticky layers. The presence of an inhibition layer doesn't make the top coat more or less porous to solvent or other removers. Porosity depends mostly on the chemical composition of the cured nail coating. So porosity is determined by the ingredients used and how well the nail coating is cured. Overcured nail coatings will have lower porosity than coatings that are properly cured. This explains why it's harder to remove a nail coating that has been overcured. Undercuring will also have an effect. In fact, undercured nail coatings will have a greater porosity, which is why undercured nail coatings stain more easily. Their surfaces are more penetrated by stains, and it can allow the stains to accumulate and cause a discoloration.